Welcome to Suffrage School. I'm Michelle Nickerson. I teach at Loyola University Chicago. And I'm excited to talk to you today about a document in Radcliffe's Schlesinger Library in their digital collections. This document is an article from The Suffragist, which was the organ of the National Women's Party. This was published in 1916. And I think it's really important because on the one hand, the National Women's Party is the more radical wing of the suffrage movement. But on the other hand, this article betrays the nativism that many women brought to the suffrage movement, white women, their racial attitudes. But before I get into that, let's back up a minute. Who's Vivian Pierce? Vivian Pierce is a California woman in her mid-30s, and already she's an established journalist, speaker, lobbyist, and the article is talking about her because she just joined the newspaper staff. And the writer recalls a story from Pierce explaining why she supports a 19th Amendment, well, a federal amendment. So please now turn your attention to the second column where Pierce says, "This feeling of mine was clinched forever when the Chinese in San Francisco turned us down. The native-born Chinese vote," she says. She's relating the story of being part of a delegation of women in California who went to the Six Companies, which is the most important organization of businessmen in the Chinese community. She wanted their support for women's suffrage, and they got turned down. And the article is kind of dripping with resentment. At the end, Pierce says, quote, that women became citizens, meaning they got the right to vote, in spite of these aliens. Why is she calling these native-born men aliens? Why is it important? What does it say about suffrage? It's important because you hear the way many women thought they were morally superior and more worthy of the vote than foreign-born and non-white men because the women thought they were more American and as women more virtuous. As a political historian, I find this to be especially important because over the course of the 20th century, these women would become more outspoken against immigration. They would be part of the emerging conservatism in the United States of the 20th century, and that would be a full-blown movement by the middle of the century. And here you see the origins of some of these ideas in the early 20th century suffrage movement. Thank you.